Hamtech, let's unbox our DJI Mic 2. This is the full kit with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Very nice pouch. And reveals all. Let's take out the new style charging case, which has the latch. And there's all our contents. And this kit's about £300. You get 2 transmitters with Bluetooth now, and a new noise cancelling feature, 32-bit flow, 6 hours of charge, and look at that, it's a really nice looking microphone, isn't it? You get your usual stickers and instructions that you would expect. Both the microphones are identical. We're going to check the firmware in a second. Let's just see what else is in the pouch. So as you know, the DJI Mic #1 was a very successful microphone and used with cameras and drones and just all kinds of applications for acquiring good audio. So anyway, USB-C charging cable here. We've got 2 wind mufflers, let's call it, with the 3.5 jack connectors, TRS shape, and the camera connector. Anything else in the bag? Nope. In the actual charging case, we've got the adapter for USB-C. Take this out. Not powered on at the moment. I'll just show you the adapters first. Cool, they're quite solidly in there. So anyway, USB-C, Lightning for iPhones. But new iPhones now have USB-C as well in the UK. And then you've got on your microphone a magnet, so you can put that behind your t-shirt, your shirt, and then it will just sandwich between the two. The new clear display, which I think looks very AI. And on the side, let's put one back. And notably, I noticed there's a groove inside the charging case, which allows you to, when you've got your connector on, so if we just take off the cover here, that just protects the terminals. And you've got an arrow which you need to face the same white arrow there, red arrow here. When we do push that on for our USB-C connector, when we are done using it, we can just plonk it in the case without having to remove it. And that's very handy because it's quite hard to remove. So back to the transmitter. And if you're new to DJI mics, you talk into this, it transmits to this, which is connected to your camera, your drone, etc. And you can turn on Bluetooth on this. They have added that. But I think that if you want the best audio, use it in the traditional way. And they've added this new wheel as well for settings. So in a sec, we'll go through first time setup. The charging case allows you up to 18 hours of time if you use the charging case, plus use the 6 hours you get in the microphone. On the right hand side here, you see it's flashing blue. It's ready for blue. It's in Bluetooth mode. So if you hold down the link button, it will start to flash. And trying to pair with a phone, and if I grab my phone, you'll see it says DJI Mic 2. If we hold down the record button, so you press it once, it records and it vibrates. Press it again, it stops recording, vibrates twice. You can charge this independently with the USB-C. I recommend you use the cable that came in the box. Also on the other side, obviously the power on and off. If you briefly press the power, it activates the intelligent noise cancelling. If we press it again, that will go off. If we press and hold the record button, I'll see that one there, press and hold, look what happens to this light. It will go green, and it's put us back into normal pairing mode. Remember, these two devices talk to each other. Let's just turn the receiver on. And they will all charge and sync when they're in the case. You've got your connector for the camera just here. Headphones there. You can charge this independently. If you buy the kit where you just get one transmitter and one receiver, they give you a dual USB-C, so you can charge them without the need for the case. But you know, the case is, well, easily worth it. If you want audio from your drone, you literally just plug it in like that with the adapter that they provide, and away you go. And you can do it with the RC remote controls connected as well. The wind muffler just sits like that. It has a TRS shape connector. Of course, you can use your TRS to connect your lavalier microphone. You just go in. That's not the actual correct one, but anyway. And then here's the wind muffler. And there's a new firmware update as well, which we'll be checking in a minute, and the version is 2.72.87. Very straightforward. You literally just swipe the bin file into this when it's connected to your PC via the included USB-C and turn it on, and it updates. Now with the transmitters, they can be on or off, but with the receiver, when you do the firmware, it does need to be turned off. But once you turn it back on, it uploads the firmware for you. Another nice feature when we get into it is when you're using this and you can press and turn the wheel, it actually turns up the mic gain as well. 8 GB storage on these devices and a low cut filter. So let's just zoom into the actual receiver and get this. Let's do the first time setup, and then we'll do the firmware, and then we'll go through the actual settings and learn the settings and so on. So power on your device. Mine is fully charged, and then we'll scroll with the wheel until we see the word English. Then press. Is that not going to work? So we'll just do the arrow then. And we want the year. There's a shame we can't press. We can in this case. So not every case, but we could in that case. And we've got the 10th. Move across. No, press down. Press, and it is the 4th here. So 4th. There we go. Let's press that. So now we'll go to the right arrow. Oh, there you go. And we're alive and connected. And you'll see that the case has got these charging lights at the bottom here. So obviously the more lights, the fully charged that you will be. And when you connect the USB-C in the rear, you'll see it charging away. And all of these devices, if you connect them to your PC, they will show up. Some as a drive. So before I do anything, I mean, I've got them both turned on now, and they're in the green mode. You can see green, it's not Bluetooth. I just want to check the firmware, because we haven't had a chance to do that. So we're going to go swipe down, go across to settings, and then go across. I'm looking for version. There it is there. And this is a touchscreen OLED, very responsive. Touch it. And that does look like the older firmware to me. So that'll be the next thing we do. But if you swipe to the right, you'll get the transmitter firmware. And again, both of them. Isn't that interesting that they don't have the same firmware? So it looks like we're going to have to go into firmware update mode. So let's go straight to that. Okay, let's update the firmware on our DJI Mic 2. The version is 4.05.01.11. So we'll just double check the version that we've got. You can see there, just in settings, then version. That's what we've got. And they're definitely not matching the version. You swipe up, look, just go all the way to the right. Get to version, look at what you've got, then swipe to the right, make sure that your Mic 2s, your transmitters are turned on, and it will show that as well. So that's definitely wrong. We're going to need to use our USB cable, so let's grab that. There are instructions just here, which I will download and put a link in for you, but let's do the receiver first. So up here on the right, and of course the link to this DJI Mic 2 downloads is also in the description. Click the bin file there, and it goes straight to my download folder. Now connect your receiver, and you do need to turn this off. So let's just hold down until it goes off. We're going to plug our USB cable in. like so. Click your yellow file here at the bottom, go to PC, and you're looking for there it is there, 2.42. If you want to be sure, just unplug it, which I've just done now. It vanishes, plug it back in, and that's your E drive. If you double click that, and there should be nothing there, which is perfect. I've not made any recordings or anything. So then we just want to drag this file that went to our download. So if we right click, show in folder, there's the file that we downloaded, and we're just going to drag that into the same folder which we've opened underneath, and we're going to click our mouse, our left click it, drag it down, and just let go. And if you look at the progress, see the top left with the green bar, it does take a few minutes to go there, but it will wait until it appears. We want it to appear just here, and then we're going to safely, once it gets there, safely eject it. So it's there. Now to safely eject it, click it, then right click and select eject. So now all we need to do is unplug the USB cable from our PC, and it should update. We'll turn it on, and fingers crossed it will just do the update. Well, it came on. I didn't see any flashing. Ah, there it goes. Updating. And then at the end of this process, we can just double check that it has. A bit glary there. That's a bit better. So I'll leave it live. Just fast forward if it's a bit boring. So that's our receiver. So you get confused between transmitters and receivers. Well, this device you can plug into your camera, your drone, your PC, your smartphone, Android, iOS. And when you talk into the DJI 2 microphones, it transmits it to that device. And the range is a lot better using that system. The Bluetooth range is going to be shorter because Bluetooth is. Okay, update successful, that's good. Now let's just go up, and you can see it's working. We'll quickly check the version, go down, oops, yeah, we'll go to settings, swipe across, settings, and then we're going to go version 04050111, and that's basically what we want, but we haven't done the DJI mics yet, so we're going to do that now. Back to the bin file, the next one down, it says transmitters, and it's the same for both. So we're going to click download again. There it goes. Reopen our Explorer. Plug the DJI mic into the PC. You'll hear it beep, and you can see where the cable goes in just there, and it will appear. And the crucial thing is to make sure when you select the folder, it's the one that says TX there. So go back, go to PC, there's the drive again. And when you do this time, don't put it inside this yellow folder, put it underneath. So just right click, show in folder. It's the one that says TX, move that up, bring back the other one. We're going to do the same, so TX here, and drag it down and let go. Well, that went in a lot quicker. Then we can eject. So this PC, right click, and we're going to go eject. And you know when it's updating because it flashes red. When it stops flashing red, the update's complete. So do exactly the same with the other one. So let's just check the firmware. We're going to swipe down and then go across until we see settings, tap, version, tap, and O for 05011, swipe to the right, and then we're seeing that again twice. And that's it, you're fully up to date. Okay, let's have a look at the settings. You can see that the two transmitters are being received. We're going to swipe down and you go into the settings for receiver. You click to the right, transmitter and settings. Let's do receiver first, and then we'll tap it. And you can now select mono. So mono is useful if you're just using one transmitter and is just a single audio track. So think of it like wearing headphones. You're only hearing one ear. It's like that. If you tap it again, then you get the. You tap again, the S appears, and that stands for safety track recording. So it will get the one audio track and split it into two, but reduce one of them by 6 dB, and that's going to allow for, let's say you're doing some audio, but there's something loud that comes along. It gives you more in post. It gives you more options to adjust those parameters. You tap again, you go to stereo. So that's like having your headphones and hearing both sides. And when you put this into post-production, you will be able to change both of those audio paths. And you can tap here, TX1 and 2, and you can swap them, look, left and right, right and left. And once you've completed that, just swipe up, and then we'll go back. We'll move to the next one, which are the camera settings. If we tap that, now they have added hundreds of models into this, of camera models. So you tap it and then start to scroll, and you can see they've got lots. I'm just going to leave it as none for now. Then swipe up, and you're back to the next one. We're using the wheel. You can use the wheel, or you can actually swipe across. You know, some people like the wheel, some people prefer the actual screen. Receive again, and we just select it, press, and look, that's your receiver gain. And back out. Move to the next one. That's your headphone gain volume. Press, and again, look, you can adjust that. And press again. Move to the next one. Camera, tap it. And this is, you can turn on and off this device with the cameras on off. So you decide whether you want to do that or not. Okay. Select. Receiver auto off, tap. Oh, got link device there. Tap that again. There you are. Auto off, on or off. That's just, it's a battery saving thing. Then we'll go to link. Now, if you put the two transmitters in the case, they're going to link anyway. But if you haven't got the case, then you can just link them here in this setting. And when the devices are on, you literally just tap link and it will link them up for you. It says here, relinking cameras, link devices to be forgotten. Just put confirm, okay. And then 5 seconds, it does all the linking for you automatically. There it goes. When they're linked, you get these like yellow link emblems there. Okay, let's go back. Done that already. Well, now we'll go back again. We're relinking now. Let's go up, then go all the way back to the beginning. Back and back. And then we'll go click across to transmitter settings and then tap that. We've got the low cut filter. So all these settings are for the transmitters, the two transmitters that we have, all one. So if we just select that and then turn that on, I recommend turning it on because it cuts out all your sort of low noise frequencies. You know, you might have someone digging up the road, I don't know, a train might go by. It's definitely going to make a difference. Move to the next, transmitter gain. We just tap. And then we've got transmitter 1 and 2, and then you can adjust them separately. Okay, swiping up. 32-bit flow recording. This is an advanced feature, very popular in post-production. And as far as I can see, this is when you are recording. So it's not the live transmission. You hit the record button, and then you've got 32-bit flow. You can bring that into your post-production, and it's another backup where you can try and get that best audio. Record, stop, lock. So if you turn this on, it means that once you've turned it on, people can't accidentally press that record button and stop your recording, you know, because they might pick it up and hold it. It might stop your recording, so you can lock it into record. Okay. Noise reduction via button. So I think this is quite a handy feature. If you press the power button here now, you've turned on the noise reduction, also known as the intelligent noise cancelling. So if you don't want to do that whenever you push the button, when you go back into that menu, just tap it and you just turn it off. When you turn it off and back out, like so, hopefully we did turn it off. And now when you press it, nothing will happen. You can't turn it off now. Notice that when you do have it on, you have notifications on the right and the left that it's been turned on, that little yellow blob. Go back to transmitter settings. And there it is, turn it on. And that's it, we can now turn it off. Press that button and you'll see that it will vanish. Auto record is quite good actually, because let me just put it back in the case. Put the transmitter back in the case there. Tap auto record, turn it on. Okay, we're back out. And at the moment we're not recording, let me just show you. So as soon as we take it out the case, it should start to record, we hope. Let's turn it on. Quite fiddly here in front of the camera. And look, it's gone straight into record, and that's, but you know, that's both transmitters will do that. There you are. Straight into record there. Yeah, handy little feature, saves time. Okay. Go to the next, we have storage. Let's do that again. So when your devices are on, you can see how much storage there is, and they're doing it here by looks of it in hours. 15 and 14.9. Move to the next. Then it's the vibration, just like your phone. The main one I've noticed, if you press record once, it vibrates. Just turn that around. Press it once, it vibrates. And press record again, vibrates twice. Okay, very handy. LED indicator. So the nice thing about these transmitters, you've got the blue light when you're in LED mode. Let's do that again. I'm just fiddly here. You've got the green light when it's in normal mode. They are blue. You've got the record light when you press record, and you can turn them off basically. And then you've got the transmitter auto off, that speaks for itself. So let's go back to the settings cog, all the way back, swipe down, receiver settings, transmitter settings, then settings, go into that. Compliance info, that's right at the end. Let's go from the beginning. Brightness, that's an obvious one. Language, again, obvious one. Date and time, select that, and then you can tap and you can start to change. As you move along, let's get it right by pressing. And then just go back. And you can set the time as well, which actually is completely wrong on mine. Mine is actually 12:49. They do 24 hour, I'm pretty sure they do. Go up, up again. Factory reset, so I don't really want to do it, but if you do it, press it, hit confirm. If you get stuck on something, version, that we looked at that when we did our firmware. And remember, you can swipe to the right. Let's do that again. And get when the two transmitters are turned on, you can look at your firmware on the transmitters, and remember the receiver as well. Swipe up. Compliance info, Okay. That's that. Now I noticed that if we go back completely, that there are certain things you can do just by swiping up. So we're listening to one of the transmitters there. If we swipe up, you've got TX2 record, speaker there. So you swipe up when you're on either TX1 or TX2. You can start and stop record. You can mute, or you can turn on the intelligent noise cancelling. So I think that's very handy. And then swipe back down. Look, you can see them there. Look, intelligent noise cancelling is on. So we swipe up on that side, turn it off. Swipe down, it's off. And so it's independently controlled. So yeah, I've enjoyed that. And you know, why get these? If you're a drone flyer, because I'm not a photographer, I don't have any cameras. But if you did, then the idea is you can pin one of these to your collar. You could pin another one to the person that you're, say, interviewing. That's why you would buy two. And you can completely control everything. You've got the backup to record as well. And the Bluetooth thing, I think, I'm not really sure if, from a photographer's point of view, if the Bluetooth thing is something I think they would use very often. But from a hobby point of view, just that being able to quickly connect to my phone, when you got the new, like the Hover Pro that's come out, the DJI Neo that's come out, and you don't want to be talking into the phone, you'd rather talk with the microphone nearer to your mouth, and you just Bluetooth it, which I will do a video showing that with the Neo. There's your Neo, and this is your Hover Pro. Works great, doesn't it? And so it's a real hobby thing. So much use for these microphones. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you're finding this helpful. I do come in as a novice, and I just enjoy flying drones and playing with different ham radios and just lots of techie stuff. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe as well. And if you really like my video, please buy me a coffee. Bye for now. 7-3.